The information in this video is provided for informational and educational purposes only. Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of the Morale Monologue. My name is Michael Morale. Okay guys, in today's video, I want to talk to you about a medical procedure that I went through while I was at physical therapy last week, called an electromyography, otherwise known as an EMG. An EMG measures the amount of electrical activity in your muscles while they are at rest and while they are activated or contracted. Dr. Ken Wheeler is the owner of Clear Cut Ortho, which is the outpatient physical therapy clinic that I go to every Tuesday. And it had been nearly 20 years since my last EMG. And we're all excited about Scholar Rock's potential treatment called apitegromab. And hopefully it'll be FDA approved sometime in 2025. So we decided to go ahead and do an EMG just to test it out. But probably about a year, maybe even 6 months before I start apitegromab, if I get approved for it, we'll do another EMG to set what they call a baseline, which will measure the strength and activity of my muscles before I start apitegromab. And then we'll do an EMG probably every 2 to 4 months while I'm on this treatment, just to see if there's any reaction or any improvement within the muscle tone and the activity that the muscles are using. So I put together a quick video talking about what an EMG is and some of the benefits that those of us with SMA might see if we take an EMG. So I highly recommend that you talk to your doctors about this because, again, it could be beneficial, especially when you start apitegromab once it's FDA approved. So please take a look at the video and then I'll come back and I'll give you my final thoughts. Thank you. Okay, so here's some information that I took directly off of ChatGPT, and I'm sharing this information with you verbatim because I think they gave some really good answers. I asked ChatGPT 2 questions. What is an EMG? And list 10 benefits of an EMG for SMA patients. So the first question is, what is an EMG? EMG stands for electromyography. It's a medical test that measures the electrical activity of muscles at rest and during contraction. The test involves placing small electrodes on the skin overlying the muscles being tested or inserting fine needles directly into the muscle. The electrical activity detected by the electrodes or needles is amplified and recorded by a machine called an electromyograph. EMG is used to diagnose a variety of conditions that affect the muscles and nerves, such as neuropathies, muscular dystrophies, and myopathies. It can also be used to evaluate the function of a neuromuscular system before and after surgical interventions or to monitor the progress of a rehabilitation program. Okay, so the second question was, list 10 benefits of an EMG for SMA patients. Number 1, diagnosis. EMG can help diagnose SMA by measuring the electrical activity of muscles and identifying patterns of weakness and atrophy. Number 2, disease progression. EMG can be used to monitor the progression of SMA and determine the effectiveness of treatments over time. Number 3, treatment planning. EMG results can help guide treatment planning for SMA, such as determining the appropriate type and dosage of medication or the need for physical therapy. Number 4, muscle function evaluation. EMG can provide detailed information on muscle function, including muscle strength, endurance, and fatigue. Number 5, muscle activation. EMG can help evaluate the ability of the nerves to activate muscles and detect abnormalities in muscle activation patterns. Number 6, early detection. EMG can help detect early signs of muscle weakness in SMA, allowing for earlier intervention and treatment. Number 7, differential diagnosis. EMG can help distinguish SMA from other conditions that may have similar symptoms, such as muscular dystrophy. Number 8, prognosis. EMG can provide information on the severity and prognosis of SMA based on the extent of muscle damage and weakness. Number 9, clinical trial monitoring. EMG can be used to monitor the effectiveness of experimental treatments for SMA in clinical trials. And number 10, research. EMG can help researchers better understand the underlying mechanisms of SMA and develop new therapies. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you got some information out of it that you can use as well. If you enjoyed this episode of the Morale Monologue, please give me a thumbs up, and also subscribe to the SMA News Today YouTube channel as well. We would greatly appreciate it. Remember, when you do subscribe to the channel, be sure to click on the bell icon. That way you'll be notified of any new videos that we produce. We at SMA News Today hope all of you have had a fantastic day. Do me a favor this upcoming week, do something for yourself that's going to make you a better person. Until next time, take care of yourself, and I'll talk to you in a couple of weeks. Bye-bye.